And if you haven't gotten on Southwest here at Phoenix, well, don't worry, I got you. I got your back. Next one will take the runway 8852 Quebec over to Houston Hobby, and behind them we've got November 1803 uniform. And last time we saw that Southwest was in Honolulu. Remember that? All right, 8852 Quebec to Houston Hobby. Let's check them out first. Tripod setup. That's always the excuse though, right? I'll never shoot. There's always something, right? It's never my fault. Pilots never take blame. It's always we can always find something or somebody else to put the blame on. Alright, we'll see. We'll make sure that shot's okay, and check the audio here again in a minute. Alright, now it's 1803 uniform. They're heading to Austin, Texas. Southwest Flight 2234, Austin, Texas. A journey. Of 760 nautical miles. Listen to the CF-34s now, powering 515 SkyWest as they embark over to Medford, Oregon. See that my tripod is not level. I'll fix that here very soon. Or is it just it's not my fault, it's the terrain. That's how bent the planet is. Never my fault. Well friends, the scope doesn't lie. I am in focus, or I am level. November 117 UW, Santa Barbara. That's probably a very old A320. All right. Because American Airlines only has very old A320s. Now, who knows? Maybe we'll grab some from Spirit if and when they go bust. I'm sure other airlines are just having their claws out, ready to just snatch up anything they can from airlines like Spirit and JetBlue. All right, here's something I'm sure we all want to see, because it's not popping up on the flight radar. I don't have ADS-B exchange, and maybe that's what I need to do. Pick that up, because that is where all the cool stuff lays. All right, we got taken off now. Who is this? 228 Whiskey November, heading over to Las Vegas. I just made an observation, making life so difficult for myself. I've got the body of the camera attached to the tripod, not the lens. So I'm making my life hell, but we're gonna watch this guy take off next, because this is what we're here for. This will give us a little bit more action, and then I'm gonna get my tripod situation squared away. All right, this is not listed on flight radar. So maybe by looking up the tail number, we can figure out who this guy is. I'm certain that's a very okay. So if we can see the numbers on the tail, there'll be 2 small numbers and 4 larger numbers. And the 2 small numbers are going to be the year that it's built, and then the 4 bigger numbers will be the serial number or service number. Sorry. See, they are spooling up, and here we go. don't care who's next because I gotta adjust this thing big time. Up they go. Look at that. The old military 707 or RC 135, whatever the heck it is. Alright, Southwest is about to take off, but we're gonna miss it because I gotta adjust. Alright, if you love Southwest, I got your back today, guys. There's many Southwest to go around here. This is 917 Whiskey November. Check out the colors on that. Alright, they're operating a Southwest flight 1997 and they're gonna head on over to Oakland. Hopefully they make it in one piece. But more importantly, hopefully everyone stays safe because I hear that city is needs some work, guys. Alright, a little bit of ramp action there. We got to give a shout out to our ramp personnel because they are braving the heat out here. Some people are used to it, some people love it. That is not me. I'm not one of them. I quite dislike the heat. But since, you know, I love doing this. Oh, I got a story for you, man. So if you saw my last Las Vegas video, you would have heard me tell you that my next shoot was going to be in LAX and then Phoenix. Well, guess what? There's no LAX. And you want to know why that is? Yesterday, I was there at LAX. And I shot there for about 3 flipping hours, okay? I was shooting video for 3 hours, getting some awesome stuff. All right, we got Deutschland's AIMK 380. I got, what was it, Yankee Tango, was it? Or was that the other day? But I got the actually I got a 747 in standard livery. I got Asiana, I'm sorry, not Asiana. Yeah, Asiana, Singapore, Korean Air 777. I got all kinds of cool stuff yesterday. And then I realized when I got home and started looking at my video that my microphone was never plugged in, and so all we have is just a bunch of words that you can't hear or understand, and then a hell of a lot more wind noise in the background. And I'll tell you what, man, I was pissed. And my friend Kate, she was with me for some of the time there, and she was like, "What are you gonna do?" She goes, "Because there's lots of ways to edit that stuff out." I say, "Listen, I'm gonna teach myself a lesson right here." And I got the folder with 100 gigabytes of footage, and I flippin' deleted it into the bin, and then I just deleted the bin or the contents. You know, I moved to the bin, and then I deleted the contents in there, and that was that. And that's it, done. But Matt, you could have taken still shots. Nope, that's the lesson to me for being such a moron. All right, that's what I get. All right, so we'll pick up 917 here now on Takeoff Roll. Be right back. All right, 312 Frontier about to touch down. Ooh, a bit skippy. Then, like I said, got this guy going to Oakland, California. Where are you at, boy? Alright, so yeah, that was my boneheaded move, and I just pray to God that I'm not repeating that same thing here today, because that would really, 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 really suck. Alright, we got another military guy, is it? Yeah, sure does look like it. Where are you at? No, they're not coming out, they just stand it up over there. Okay, so that's my story. Ah, look at this little guy here. This is Keyline 3108. Swear engine Metroliner, is that what that is? And this is 882 DC. How cute is that, isn't it? That's so cool. This is the kind of, excuse me there, this is the kind of aircraft that got smashed at LAX, I think in 1992, by US Air, whatever flight number that was. Alright, this guy's making farty noises as they start their number 2 engine there. I'm not seeing them on the app yet. The 8855 Quebec, we've seen them in Honolulu or Lihue or Maui or something like that. We've seen them in, definitely seen this aircraft in Hawaii sometime. Do we record the Swearingen guys on Turbojet's channel? Do we record them? Well, I think so. Or should we get the touchdown, which is Frontier flight number 360? I think we'll get Frontier and the Swearingen. Key line. Nope, they're not rushing yet. Okay, so we're going to go over here. Los Angeles inbound, Frontier flight 3304. All right, touch on the firm side, but no big deal. Look at the Swearingen after all, the Metroliner. Key lime aviation, up you go. All right, well, let's see where they're headed. I can't remember. They're going to Cortez. Don't know where that's at. It's Charlie Echo Zulu's the airport code. All right, and their journey is going to be all of 285 miles. That's pretty far for that little airplane. 285 miles. All right. All right, my brain remembers weird stuff. 254 Whiskey November. We just saw this airplane the other day do a go-around in Las Vegas. Remember that? Inbound from Denver, Colorado. Ooh, nice. Flight number is 310. So there we go. Southwest 310, Denver, Colorado, Phoenix. Yeah, so this was the second airplane to go around in Las Vegas. When the first day that I was testing out this R5 Mark II. Do we remember that? That was great. Great footage. Who was the one that went around in front of it? Was it 976? Whiskey November? I'd have to look back, but if I see the tail number, then the memory strikes. I can't just pull it out from thin air. All right, we got one pushing back here. Who might this be? 8895 Quebec. They're headed to El Paso, Texas. They are operating as flight Southwest 3777 MAX 8 jet. All right. Let's give the ramp crew some love. Let's get the pushback team some love, all right? Because they deserve it. In this heat, they deserve all the love they can get, all right? I know I couldn't do it, not anymore. I'm an old dude now, but you know, I used to hum boxes at FedEx, at LAX there. I used to work out. It was never this hot, obviously, but you know, I know hard work in aviation. I know what it's like. So I don't discount that. But this kind of heat, I'd probably be just dead. I'd be crying. All right, we got a Canadian Golf Victor Whiskey Juliet. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? WestJet Airlines Flight 1493 heading to Calgary. This is all the zoom in you're going to get from this lens, the 100 to 500 RF. And that's as crisp and as zoomed in as we're getting today. You might hear a little bag blowing in the background. I'm so effing hungry. I got my food right there ready to be consumed. Looks like we got another pushback coming in here, or coming out here rather, and a taxi out. All right, the taxi out, we've got 8715. Not popping up here yet, so I don't know. Pushing back here, 8849 Quebec, and they are heading to Chicago Midway as Southwest Airlines 2805. But the big question is who? Oh, 8715. I think I got them now. They're popping up. Albuquerque, New Mexico, as Southwest Flight 4242. I got your Southwest here, guys. I got your Southwest. All right. If you love Southwest Airlines, as many do, I've got your back, bro. Look, watch this. I got you, man. I got you. Today is the day for Southwest Airlines to shine, because look at the colors on this thing. That is pretty effing solid right there. Okay? And by the way, I recommend using this platform for plane spotting. It's really good. Looks like I'm very crooked here, but I'm promising you that my tripod is completely level. Alright, we're getting a bit of a money line here, guys. I don't know what the holdup is. I don't know what. I believe there might be an emergency inbound because maybe not. Cheese and rice. So the location of the tower relative to where I'm standing right now makes for some very high static when the controller speaks. Alright, so what I just heard is now the runways were closed, but now they're open again. So that's a good thing. Alright, WestJet will be the first to go. So we're going to have a look at them. So the runways were closed momentarily, possibly for runway inspection or scheduled inspection, but we don't know for certain. Or certainly I don't know for certain. I'm just going to turn off the radio. It's just too much static. BRB. Yeah, so we let the radio go. I had a full squelch on it as well. Alright, Canadian Golf Victor Whiskey Juliet Calgary WestJet 1493. WestJet's journey to Calgary would be 1,064 nautical miles. Scheduled time of arrival 10 p.m. So if you're going to pick them up, don't be late. Right, so our friends, 8715 Quebec, MAX 8 jets, will be next for takeoff on runway 25 right. They're heading over to Albuquerque. I got your Southwest today, guys. I got you. This is a fantastic looking jet. It is nigh golden hour. Should have seen the sweat just pouring out of my head earlier, all dripping down my face as I was setting up. Oh my lord, it was a mess. I was a freaking mess. But I have since acclimated and have stopped sweating. All right, enjoy the flight to your next Southwest, my friend. Your next Southwest. November 4, 5, 6, Whiskey November. As soon as that light turns on, there they go. The lights turn on, they're heading to St. Louis. St. Louis is the destination that I first flew to as a child. And here they are, off they go. Isn't that something? Right on, check that out. Right, so look at that. St. Louis, another city that was once a thriving metropolis for aviation. And it became a ghost town for many years, and now it's kind of growing back again. Alright, safe flight. But don't you worry, my friends, because I've got your next Southwest, okay? 8890 Quebec. And they are going to the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Listen to those LEAP 1As fire up into takeoff thrust. And on a day like this, I would say that a lot of these aircraft are producing full takeoff thrust. Normally we derate our thrust and bring it back on cooler days. And in fact, we're almost to the temperature that we mimic on our takeoff thrust. So in other words, let's say it is, let's say it's just like 70 degrees outside, okay? We'll tell our engines to operate at a temperature as if it was 100 degrees or 110 degrees. And what that does is it uses way less thrust, and that prolongs the life of the engine. But when it's already near 110, then there's no way you can derate the thrust because you need it all for the actual conditions of 110 degrees. Anyways, 8797 now. Columbus, Ohio bound. Southwest flight 2551. So on a day like this, they might be conducting derated thrust takeoffs, but it's not very much. It's minimal. It's minimal derated thrust. Minimally derated thrust, I should say. Some airlines call it flexing, flex takeoff thrust. All right, here's something spooling up right behind it. That is 8895 Quebec to El Paso as Southwest 3777. Very nice. All right, we got a business contender now, okay? We got continental registration, 37547. About to use the runway for takeoff, and they are heading to Chicago O'Hare as United 1712. That was the sound of the SkyTrain passing beneath me. All right, take that Max 9 and hopefully it will stay in one piece, my friends, because they're not known to do that, these Max 9s, are they? 562 UW, all right? American Airlines, flight 1545. They're heading over to Nashville, Tennessee. They're very loud IAE engines, V2500 series. Just like that. Hot rotation. Very warm day. Back to our Southwest now, 8894 Quebec, using maximum takeoff thrust. You can hear it for their journey over the Chicago Midway. Southwest 2805. I've got your Southwest, folks. I got you today. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're all about here today. Southwest Airlines. and my happiness towards the changes that they've made at that airline. All right, it's all good. It has to be. No more of this fight for your seat type of policies. No, 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 no. You gotta love it. And I praise them for doing this stuff. Likewise for Spirit Airlines. You know, I mean, I'd say that I talk crap of that. They always, their management's pretty, you know, far behind the industry. But change is always a good thing. And even if it doesn't work, because in Spirit's case, they're way too late. All right, my friends, this one might be the finale for this particular shoot. I'll be here for a few days, so I'll probably be back to this location. Who have we got there? 382 UP. They're going to go to their headquarters city. Can you guess where that is? Oh, I'm guessing you can. We are losing visible light here in Phoenix, and of course this lens is not really good for nighttime shooting, and plus I'm pretty tired and I've got lots of studying to do because I am here for training. Alright, I'm currently unqualified to fly airplanes. The month of August was what we call my grace month. The grace month is 1 month before or 1 month after you are due for recurrent training. And so I was at training for my recurrent training in August, which was my grace month. My actual month is July. And that's when that CrowdStrike bullshit happened. And so we couldn't complete the training, and they just sent us home. And they'll say, well, we'll squeeze you back in whenever we can get you in here. And of course, they couldn't get me back in during my grace month. So on the 31st of August, I officially dequalled. They call it dequalled. But I am no longer legal to fly airplanes right now. So that's why I have to come back and do this training. And it's the same training I would have done otherwise. Same training footprint, rather, but funny story. Thank you, CrowdStrike. My friends were like, hey, why don't you just call out sick, you know, call out sick, and then you won't have to, whenever they can squeeze you back in, might be a next month or something. Like, listen, man, I like time off, but not that much time off, because they don't, in that case, I would not be getting paid, because I didn't miss my grace month or my training month for any fault of the airline. It would have been my fault that I got sick, even though COVID is coming around again right now. So we'll watch this guy blast off, and then we're going to call it a night. I'll probably come back tomorrow or the day after. Pick him up next on takeoff. Right, so I've got my my radio turned off because of all the static that we're picking up. They've got their beacon, they got their strobes flashing, which means that they're cleared for something. They're cleared to go. They're either cleared for takeoff or they're cleared for line up and wait. My guess is that 382 UP is cleared for takeoff. Now we're going to capture this one. Is it a rolling takeoff? Are those CF6 engines? I hope so. Sounds like it. Yes. I sure hope we're picking up the engine sounds. Okay, we still got a little bit of light left. I gotta make sure I catch my transportation. Man, I forgot what time they're coming. Who do we got here, my friends? This is obviously, right? Do I need to say who that is? But it has got a Continental registration number of 62849. It is not a Continental former. 900 with a plug door. They're going to Denver, Colorado as United 1108. Sorry. I know. And I'm at maximum focal lengths a lot of times here, and it's so bloody finesse with this thing. And I do have to switch hands. So I'll get good, I promise you. Or not. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Look at the blue. I was gonna say bloody, but that's gorgeous. All right, 980 UY, Chicago O'Hare, American, 630. Phoenix never lets down. I mean, it's kind of boring right now. There's not much happening. But the colors, the background, the landscape, the shine of the jets, the gear retractions, the sky, look at that. Much to be graceful about and thankful for in this industry. And we get to see all of it. 276 Whiskey November now. Southwest 4358 Indianapolis. Oh, he's picking his nose. Oh, what's that? What is that? Like, what actually is that? That's called aeronaves, all right? Aeronaves, TSM, CRJ 100, bro, with a registration of X-Ray Alpha, Echo Sierra Alpha. They're going to Hermosillo. That CRJ is 29 years old, my friends. Holy moly. 29. That's something to be excited about. And so is this. Because that is 559 UW. I was just on that plane. That's how I got here, on that plane. This is where I shone my light today to LA flights. And I had not a single chance in my mind that they were going to see the light that I was shining out of seat 3 Foxtrot. But apparently it shone really, really bright through the window. And I was very, very happy to give them that opportunity. Love LA flights. All right, enough of that. So that is 559 UW on flight 3012 to LAX. And the sun is gone, my friends. Oh, I just missed a good one, for crying out, cornflakes. Bollocks. 763 Charlie Kilo. That aircraft basically lives in LA. All right. That plane basically lives. It comes here from LA. It goes to Kona from LA. That is a LA stationed aircraft through and through. And the funny thing is, the tail number is CK for Connie Kalita, all right? But I don't think Kalita ever had this airplane. And I remember talking about that in one of my other videos. No, sir. So it's got a Connie Kalita tail number, but it's never been a Kalita airplane. All right, folks, we're going to leave it there. Let me just look on the app here, see if there's anyone else on final approach. There isn't. Who's next for takeoff? Just another Southwest. So we're going to leave it there, my friends. Give you a sky shot, because that is something to behold, isn't it? Alright guys, thanks for watching this. We'll be back tomorrow or the next day, depending on how my training is. If I have to study more, then obviously I won't be back, but I will be back here on the last day. When I'm done with training, I'll be back here shooting before my flights, and I'll let you know how it went. Peace.